Ang isa pa nating nakita ngayong linggo, yung kagalit-galit na pinanggagawa ng isang foreign vlogger sa ating mga kababayan.
I'm gonna rob you.
Biro man na ito o hindi, sino naman Pilipino ang hindi kukulo ang dugo sa napapanood natin? Nakakalungkot dahil ito isang naging bahagi na ng social media na nagkakaroon ng mga vlogger na nanggugulo lang, nang aasar lang, nang buwisit lang, nang pabastos lang para makakuha ng mga viewers. Huwag tayong sasama dyan sa ganyang klaseng ugali. Hindi naman ganyan ang ugaling Pilipino. Asahan ninyo yung mga gumagawa ng ganyan na hindi natin pababayaan na patuloy nilang ginagawa.
Tapos na po ang mga dayuhan, nakali na lang, kaya na lang napastangin ang mga Pilipino. Ito'y ehemplo na seryoso tayo na sa sariling bayan natin. Hindi tayo magpapabasa sa kanila.
Likas na mababait ang mga Pilipino. Magalang, makapumbaba, napakahaba ng pasensya. Kaya nakakalungkot na makitang naaabusong ganito nating katangian. Natural sa atin na matawanan lamang at hindi na palakihin ang mga ganitong klaseng pambabastos. Pero hindi nang huhulugan na palalampasin ito ng ating
which honestly say Justice Secretary Romulo
Remember that guy who used to run around screaming, "It's just a prank, bro," while terrifying strangers for YouTube clout? Yeah, Vitali, the former prank king turned roided-out gym junkie and chaos magnet. Well, he's not yelling much these days, because right now he's rotting in a Philippine jail cell. And no, this isn't a bit or some edgy video title. It's his real life, and it's unraveling fast. And based on the latest updates, this situation is spiraling. Not just legally, but physically, mentally, and reputation-wise. This isn't some overnight arrest for clickbait content. This is full-on legal purgatory, no bail, no trial date, no country stepping in to help, and absolutely zero sympathy from the public. So how did he go from pulling pranks for views to potentially spending decades behind bars? It all began, as many of Vitali's worst choices do, with a live stream. In April 2025, he landed in the Philippines and fired up a camera. What followed was possibly the worst tourism campaign the country has ever witnessed. On stream, he mocked locals, harassed people wearing masks, faked robbing a woman, and generally treated the entire country like his personal playground of disrespect. And yes, it was all broadcast live, like some twisted crime reality show, courtesy of Kick. But instead of laughs, the reaction was outrage. Not the kind Vitali was used to handling with a half-hearted apology video. This was international anger. By April 3rd, Philippine authorities had seen enough. They arrested him, and the Bureau of Immigration officially labeled him an undesirable foreign national, which is polite government speak for, "Get this guy out of here." But instead of deporting him, they locked him up. And let's be clear, this isn't some influencer-friendly facility with Wi-Fi and protein bars. This is a serious detention center in Bicatan. No social media, no gym sessions, no bail, and no trial in sight. Officials estimate it could take 2 to 3 years just to get a court date. That's years of sitting in legal limbo, not even convicted yet, just waiting. And meanwhile, the charges? They're piling up like one of his supplement stacks. Here's what he's facing so far. 3 counts of unjust vexation, 2 counts of theft, 1 count of attempted theft, violations of anti-voyeurism laws, cybercrime offenses related to his live streams, and even an attempted gun grab from a security guard. Yeah, that's not prank content. That's serious criminal territory. And the kicker, it's all on tape. He live-streamed the entire thing. The prosecution won't even have to build much of a case. Vitali basically edited it for them. So there's no denying, no alibi, just high-definition footage of him harassing strangers and acting like a clown. Normally, in a case like this, your home country might step in, maybe try to negotiate, offer legal help, or at least make a public statement. But not for Vitali. His native Russia basically threw up their hands and said, "Not our problem." The Russian ambassador in Manila publicly stated that Vitali should have followed local laws, and made it very clear that they're not lifting a finger to help. No embassy lawyers, no consular aid, not even a mildly worded press release. Worse, Russian media outlets started calling him an international embarrassment. So if he was dreaming of a Putin-sponsored rescue flight, yeah, that jet's not coming. And what about his U.S. citizenship? So far, crickets. The U.S. government hasn't said a word. No public statement, no show of concern, nothing. And honestly, who can blame them? Vitaly went into another country, broke multiple laws on live stream, and made an international mess of himself. This isn't wrongful imprisonment. This is the natural consequence of reckless behavior. Things got so bad that even the president of the Philippines, Bongbong Marcos, personally called him out. Marcos publicly said Vitaly was crazy and openly asked reporters if he was allowed to curse at him. That's how fed up they are. Even Justice Secretary Jesus Crispin Ramallah backed it up, saying, "We're not deporting him. We're going to hold him accountable." That's not just a statement. It's a legal mic drop. They're not tossing him out of the country. They're making an example out of him. And let's be honest, Vitaly handed them the opportunity on a silver platter. So what's life like now for Vitaly? Let's just say it's not exactly a collab with Jollibee. A few remaining fans actually tried to send him food while he's locked up. But this isn't influencer jail with Uber Eats on standby. He's stuck eating whatever the detention center serves. And by all accounts, it's not going down well. Reports suggest he's dealing with heart arrhythmias and possibly withdrawal symptoms, likely from steroids or other substances, which honestly tracks. This is the same guy who once attacked a jogger during a meltdown and spent years spiraling on social media. Now he's sitting alone in a bare Manila cell with zero distractions, and it's clearly not part of his wellness era. The worst part? He's in legal limbo. No bail, no trial date, no timeline for resolution. And if he's convicted on all charges, he's staring down more than 20 years in prison. That's not even counting additional charges they might add for the live stream chaos alone. And even if, by some miracle, he skates free, which seems very unlikely, things won't go back to normal. He's effectively stranded. His YouTube channel? Dead. His cameraman? On the run. Russia? Doesn't want him. The US pretending he doesn't exist. And his fan base either ghosted or turned against him. Speaking of his cameraman, let's not pretend Vitaly was doing all this solo. His co-conspirator, a Filipino national known online as Christopher, aka Sly Kane, helped film the entire debacle. But when legal heat started closing in, Christopher dipped, hopped over to Taiwan, and kept streaming like nothing had happened. He even dyed his hair, accidentally revealed his location on stream, and basically taunted the law with every post. Authorities weren't amused. They've since filed charges against him too. Cybercrime violations, anti-voyeurism violations, the works. But good luck catching someone who thinks a live stream is a hiding place. Meanwhile, the whole operation is collapsing. Vitaly's crew is scattered, his legal chances are bleak, and any hope of fan-led support is gone. You'd expect someone to start a One Free Vitaly campaign, maybe a few sympathy TikToks. But nope. Instead, the internet has turned on him hard. Former fans are dragging him, other creators are roasting him, and even longtime followers are finally realizing that being edgy doesn't protect you from real-world consequences. Truth is, Vitaly had this coming. Just before his arrest, he tried to run last-minute PR damage control, released a video of himself praying, handing out school supplies, trying to flip the narrative. But no one bought it. Not the public, not the press, and definitely not the Philippine legal system. You can't harass people on Monday, pass out crayons on Tuesday, and expect a clean slate by Friday. Vitaly thought fame made him bulletproof, that clout would shield him, that rules didn't apply if you had enough subscribers. But reality hit back hard. Now he's locked up, abandoned, and a living lesson in what happens when you confuse real life with content. The only thing viral now, his mugshot. Let me know your thoughts.